Around the Table on Harrison's Original, KHOZ.
Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It's a Thursday, and we are sliding into the weekend.
Sliding into home base
like
here
that
we are.
Slipping and sliding.
You like
beeping
slip
and
and
a
slides, do you?
hiding.
Slip and slides?
Slipping and a sliding, beeping and a hiding.
Have you ever done a slip and slide?
Yeah, I think I dove and stopped.
Yeah.
I don't think I slid very hard.
What about a sip and slide?
A sip and what's that?
You drink while you're doing it.
Oh.
That's what that is. A sip and slide. That would be a negatory.
That would be a fun summer thing to do.
I can remember the kids I was probably 8 or 9 months pregnant. And
that'd be hard to
with
slip
my
and slide
youngest, I
with.
think with my youngest, I don't remember if it was my first or my youngest, but Brad and whoever had to pull me. Had to I was sitting down, but they would push me down because I couldn't do it.
Do you have video of that?
I do somewhere.
That'd be funny to
Yeah,
watch.
I've got it somewhere.
Oh, brother.
Anyway.
Like pushing a hippo across the...
It was like, here comes Vonda the Waltzing Walrus right here in our own backyard.
Oh, boy. I had a lot of fun on the Buffalo River back in the day. I never went up on the bluffs.
Oh, yeah?
You ever seen the kids jump off the bluff? Oh, my gosh.
I don't know what's under there. You know what I mean?
Well, if you're on the bluff,
if
you're up on the bluffs, you can look down and see the boulders there. You got to jump where the boulders aren't.
I know, but that's scary.
It is pretty scary because those cliffs used to have rocks there, and they'd fall off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, not me.
I'm not huge on that.
Yeah. Got in the pool yesterday, and it was 90 degrees.
The pool.
The water was.
It was like a bath.
Quite warm. Yeah.
Is it enjoyable when it's
90
degrees?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's wet.
It's wet.
Sweat.
It's wet. Yeah.
It's wet and you sweat.
Mm-hmm. We took that pool from a thick, algae laden. I mean, you couldn't see 6 inches down in the pool, and we spent, I don't know how much we spent, but we poured every chemical we could think of in that pool.
And you finally got it.
Finally got it. It's crystal clear.
There you go. There you go. The sun will screw that up, probably.
Well, yeah.
With time.
So you just got to keep throwing, hundreds of dollars worth of chemicals.
Exactly. That's one reason Richard's like, no, we're not doing that again. That costs a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, it's a constant maintenance thing too. Yeah.
And it depends. Some people like to do that like a staycation. You know what I mean? I mean, if I had a pool, I don't know. I can't say that.
Now, if you had an indoor pool where you could block the sun and the ultraviolet rays and the leaves and bugs, and it'd be nice. It'd be nice.
It would.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the weather's still hot, but I hear someone told me that there may be a cooling trend coming.
Who told you that?
Well, I think Kelly did. I think she was wishful thinking. I think it's supposed to be cooler next week.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, are we going to talk about the weather already then?
Already?
Yeah, are we going to talk about it?
Is it time to?
Well, I don't know. You brought it up.
I did bring it up.
So I'm just asking.
People are on their seats waiting for the weather. We could tell them about it. Of course, they could go anywhere in the world and find weather. It's everywhere you have. If you got a phone, you can look at the weather.
It says here, after July 31st, it's back down in the 80s for 3 days, and then back up in the 90s. So there is a little. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out.
Okay.
Anyway. Depends on what weather app you're on.
That'll be interesting. Okay.
What? Sunny and hot today with a high of 97. Heat index value as high as 102. And then tonight, mostly clear with a low of 74. Friday, sunny with a high of 94. Heat index 102. Friday night, mostly clear, low 74. And Saturday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Sunny high near 92. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low of 73.
Sunday, 20% chance of showers moves into the hour area with a high of 93, and then the overnight low is 74. Monday, high 95, low 75. And then Tuesday, 96, low 74. And then Wednesday, 20% chance of showers with a high of 96 degrees. Have you been following Beamer's adventures across the United States?
I've seen a couple of little
Well,
clips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. He's traveling. Now, where's he going? Is he going to a wedding or something?
I can't answer that question.
Oh, okay. I think he's going to a niece's wedding or something like that.
I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
you're right about that.
And he's taking
his grandson.
his daughter, and
I think they've never met some of the family. I guess Lincoln hasn't, his grandson,
Yeah.
so I think they're planning on doing that.
anyway, they're trucking across. If you're wanting to follow him, go to his Beamer's breakfast table.
Right. I've tried to do that like on vacation, but it's just such a chore
Oh, to
video the thing. I don't. You know what? I don't love you people, but I don't care to share it all with you, moment by moment. That's just to me it just.
Well, you just got to get into it.
But
I guess.
a lot of people are very good at it and enjoy doing that. I just don't happen to be one of the. You're not either. You don't share that stuff outside of here.
No, I think about it after the fact. After
Do you?
something happens, I go, I could have done a video of that. You
You know how many videos I have to take to get the take right? I couldn't possibly do a live one. It would be horrid.
Well, how many takes did it take to do the one our Dirt Road Dirt this morning?
One. Well, it took me. I started doing it by myself because I didn't know where Dan was. He was in here somewhere, and then he showed up. So I just anyway. So I had 3 takes.
Oh,
2 by myself.
So okay,
which I ditched.
Okay.
So there,
right.
you answered the question. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll
Tootsie
pod?
Roll bar. You can't.
Or a bar.
You can't. You just you
it.
end up crunching it at some point in time. Yeah.
True that, Dan. You know what? I'm going to tell people since we're killing time here a little bit. I found a kitty at my house
Oh.
yesterday. It's itty bitty.
Oh.
It's an itty bitty one, and it's
Is
so
it
far being called kitty.
Is it defenseless?
Kind of. I have a German Shepherd, who's in out wherever it wants to be. And then I also have my son's 2 dogs, which is one's very calm and the other one is not. It's a pup, but I that was my main worry is that they would go and hurt that little kitty, and I would feel terrible about it. But we just recently had our hay mown, and I just feel like they probably disrupted their feral.
Oh, yeah.
I see them popping in and out, but they've mown down their little.
Where do you think the cat came from?
I think it was just living out there. And its mama was feeding it, and I think its mama either got
chewed up by a
mechanical device or something because it's weaned, but it's little. So I guess we have an outdoor cat now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of varmints out there. I know when I mow my field, the rabbits and the rats, they'll all go where I haven't mowed yet.
Oh yeah.
And then when I get to the last big clump, they all just scatter.
I had a dog that would follow Richard when he bush hogged, and he would go get all the rats that would come out and kill them.
Yeah.
Snakes too. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Now my wussy German Shepherd won't do that, but she's a foo-foo dog. Anywho.
Well, have you got any plans for the weekend?
Not to speak. There's a lot of stuff going on this weekend,
Yep.
but you know what? It's going to be hot, and I just have some other stuff I need to accomplish. And I'm keeping the dogs through the weekend.
Right.
So that's always a commitment.
Well, I'm going to a wedding this afternoon.
Are you?
Marcus, my grandson Marcus is getting married.
Oh, well, congratulations, Marcus. And what's his fiance's name?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Where are they getting married?
They're
Can we
getting
ask
married Mount Sherman somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know where I'm going.
Oh.
It's at 5:00 today,
You better start early.
and the wedding's going to be at 5:30. So it's one of those quick ones.
Is it going to be outside?
I think it's going to be outside.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I get a pin or directions or somebody advises
show
me
up?
which direction to be pointed in, I will go. Otherwise, I guess I'll just wish them well. Good luck with that.
You'll get a pin,
I hope so.
surely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Let's talk a little bit about your inspiration for topic to ponder
Okay.
this week.
You want to do some intro music?
Yeah, let's do it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time
Louder.
to ponder this topic.
Please
Okay.
do it louder, Dan.
Oh, let's do it. You want to do it again?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if it's loud enough.
It was.
This week, I have 5 thoughtful questions to ponder on the impact of music in our lives.
Okay.
And today's question is, how has music helped you feel better when you were sad or stressed?
I'll go ahead and answer.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of worship music, which is very inspirational to me and positive, and I gravitate to that when I'm having a hard time or when things are. I mean, I listen to it good, bad, the ugly, you know, a lot, but especially when I'm down, it seems to.
Yeah, music always brings me up, and I don't do it now, but because I've got my life is kind of my routine has changed. But I used to listen to music on the way to work every day, and I would play it loud and sing along with it, and you know,
It's
practice.
just something that gets you.
Yeah, and by the time I'd get there, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So there's a certain music will create adrenaline if you allow it to, and you know, if you're really into it.
I think a lot of people close themselves off from what music and a lot of other things in life, but what music can offer them. You know what I mean? If you don't, some people go through their life with their glass half empty, and some go with it half full.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if you will allow yourself, and it's, you know, a lot of times it's a personal choice. You may be going
Sure
through
it
that,
is.
but it's a personal choice. And if you can just get over that hump of everything being negative, music can help you to, I don't know, I think it
Yeah.
can help you out of that slump.
It will. It's I'm sure it's a proven fact. You know, we do studies all the time. I'm sure someone has done a
we do
study.
well. We do them here too, y'all, but
Yep.
we can't usually share them because they are so redonkulous.
Ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
Well, go to our Facebook page. Do we have anybody that has answered?
No.
Or? No,
Not a one.
not a one. Okay, that's an off day
Have a
for
couple
people.
of likes,
Good.
but no. Okay.
Go to our Facebook page and let us know what your answer is. We'd love to hear what you have to say. And tomorrow's question is quite
Y'all, this one.
controversial.
Okay.
Some people probably will not want to answer.
You looking at me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I already know your answer. You told me
Yep.
already. Go to our Facebook page at Around the Table and check it out.
Yeah.
Give us an answer.
Alrighty.
Let's do some. All of our history today has no sound bites because our email is down and we're unable to connect with our links today. So we're going to do them
The old-fashioned one.
orally.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
66 years ago today, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev started a debate with visiting U.S. Vice President Richard Nixon over the relative merits of capitalism and communism. The confrontation came to be known as the Kitchen Debate because it took place in Model American Kitchen at a U.S. exhibit in Moscow. First, oh, never mind. We're not going to read that.
Okay. And then in 1987, 38 years ago today, 2 days after the U.S. began escorting American flagged Kuwaiti ships into the Persian Gulf, the supertanker Brigton hit a mine. None of the 26 men on board were hurt. Captain Daniel Murphy was the skipper of the USS Kidd and led vessel, and it was a lead vessel, not a lead vessel. It was a lead vessel of the 3-vessel Navy convoy escorting the ship.
Okay. 27 years ago today, a gunman opened fire inside the U.S. Capitol, killing 2 police officers and wounding a bystander. Russell Weston Jr. was charged in the shooting. His father, Russell Sr., apologized for what had happened.
Okay. And then 20 years ago today, Lance Armstrong won the Tour de France for a record 7th straight time. He has since been stripped of the 7 titles because of his use of performance-enhancing drugs.
That's another one of those.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, 11 years ago today, Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice received a 2-game suspension from the NFL following his off-season arrest for domestic violence after an altercation with his then fiancee and then later wife in Atlantic City. Raven coach John Harbaugh responded.
Okay.
And we can't hear that, but the decision sparked anger from many who felt domestic abuse was not taken seriously enough by the NFL.
Yeah. 8 years ago today, President Donald Trump spoke before 30,000 Boy Scouts at the National Boy Scout Jamboree in West Virginia. The speech drew controversy as some claimed that he politicized the event. Well, he's a politician. Come on. I mean, you always do
Dude,
that.
have you read this stuff on? Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
76 years ago today, actor Michael Richards was born. We know him best as Jerry Seinfeld's eccentric neighbor, Cosmo Kramer from Seinfeld.
And I hear that Jerry Seinfeld is planning to bring Michael Richards back into a project. They're working on a project together.
Cool.
You know, he kind of he got ostracized from his comedy routine.
Why is that?
Well, I used the N word several
Yeah,
times.
I-
You know, and he, I understood it. I understood he was trying to be funny. He was trying to, but it was at the time when people just were unsympathetic to that.
In
and
this climate, you can't hardly do that anymore.
no.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll change. Where comedy is looked at as for what it is.
But I get offended by some of the comedy too, so I get it. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If it's in the vein of trying to be funny, then it's okay. But I do. It's offensive to some
Yeah,
people, and there's
yeah.
some comedians that were just totally offensive.
And I don't like comedians who make fun of religion, because that's
Well,
I
it bothers
don't
you,
personally.
yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
It may not bother other people. But.
We also have another birthday cut. 57 years ago today, actress Kristen Chenoweth was born. Her roles included Glinda in the original Broadway cast of Wicked.
Popular. Yeah, that one. 56 years ago today, actress and singer Jennifer Lopez was born. On her first foray into the music world, J-Lo hit big with If You Had My Love.
And then our final one today is another birthday cut. 43 years ago today, actress Elizabeth Moss was born. She played June Osborne in The Handmaid's Tale in the dystopia of Gilead. She took on a different name after being forced to become a handmaid. I watched that show. That's
Me
hard
too.
to watch.
Do you think that not maybe that extreme of a society still exists in places?
Maybe in a small cult.
Do you ever see remnants of that? Not to the extreme that The Handmaid's Tale is, but do you see that in everyday marriages sometimes, or relationships?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
The more I wasn't really thinking about it before, but the more I think about it, I even know people who I feel like, that's a little bit of that going on. Anyway, interesting. Okay. We
All
have
right.
Matt Fay out in the lobby, and we'll have him in on our break and talk to him about some of his business dealings. And he's kind of an entrepreneur, and we're just a person of interest, and we want to talk
Oh,
to
this
him.
should be a good one.
We want to know more.
All right.
We'll be back after these messages.
Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table. We're chatting with Mike Fay and
Matt
Oh,
Fay. I'm going to correct you.
I'm sorry.
Matt Fay.
Do you have a brother?
I
You have one
don't.
named
His
Mike?
name is Mike, probably.
If you
No,
did,
I'm-
we would name him Mike.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Hey, no
That's
worries.
the first time I've met you.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
And you own a business here in town.
Or several.
Yeah, several. All real estate related.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was the initial thrill or the epiphany moment or the light bulb moment that you says I need to do real estate? I
Yeah.
need to do something
Well,
in real estate.
I work construction. Well, I'll go back further than that.
Where-
Growing up,
Yeah.
my dad owned rental properties.
Oh,
And
okay.
So
Okay.
all of my
Oh, okay.
summer jobs and all of my jobs were he would buy these houses that were foreclosures
Yeah.
nobody wanted and that maybe even didn't have floors in them. He would get them, and me and my brother and him would rebuild them. And seeing how houses were built and come together, it intrigued me.
Okay.
I was very interested in that, and so he would take these houses that the city wanted to condemn and nobody wanted anymore, and he would bring
Okay.
them back beautifully.
He flipped them.
Well, and he kept them and rented them, and he made
Oh, okay.
and I was impressed with that. And he was one of those guys. He was able to do it all.
Yeah.
And so I was able to learn from him, and it just intrigued me. And
Yeah.
we were able to bring some whole neighborhoods up in South
Yeah.
Arkansas, where I'm from, and so
Okay.
that kind of planted the seed in me that I love this. This is something that
Okay.
I would want to do and be a part of.
Were there
So,
were there any homes that you said, "Oh my gosh, we made a big mistake"?
Yeah, the ones he would buy were worse than the ones that I buy. So yeah, growing up, I would just look at it and go, "Dad, like I don't. How do we?
How do we fix
what
it?
do
we
I
gotta
do
something
now?
with this?" And
But it teaches you, does it not?
it does. It made me look at things differently. Whereas, so many people walk through a house and they go, "Oh no," I try to. It taught me to look out of the box and see see some beauty in no matter what was
You
there.
have to have a vision to be able to see the end product
do.
in your head, or it's just, I would think, very overwhelming. Like,
Absolutely.
what am I going to do with this? But-
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of created it in me, and I think made me not as afraid to take on projects that maybe some other companies and people were, afraid to take on just from being in it, from being a kid.
So how'd you get from South Arkansas
to
to,
here.
to Northwest Arkansas?
Well, originally, I would have to say the short answer would be God, because it was
Okay.
it was a church. It was a local church that kind of drew us up here. But I also wanted to be a part of a community that was progressing. Some of the area that I was from was kind of digressing at the time, and so the short answer would be God. But also, I believe we landed here, and I really wanted to be in a real estate, community and place that was progressing, and that I felt like was moving forward.
Yeah.
And we just love the Ozarks. So yeah, short answer, God, and then we also just absolutely love this area. So
Yeah.
And you just jumped in and started what? I mean, I know don't you own the First National or the old First National or part of?
Yeah, the building.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. First National
Okay.
Bank building.
Well, that's not a dilapidated building. I mean,
No.
It's not, but that's not where we started either. So,
Oh, okay.
My first
okay.
house, I bought. It was for $8,000. I bought my first house when I was 18,
wow, cool.
and worked hard and had it paid for within a year. I didn't even qualify for a house loan, and so I had to get a personal loan to get it, but for only $8,000.
And did they look at you and say, "Oh boy, this boy's a risk"?
I'll be honest with you. Luckily, they knew who my dad was, so
Okay.
I had some favor
Okay.
there, and they gave me the personal loan. But I was diligent with it, and I was, I knew what I wanted to do from 18. I was like,
You made the
what?
bank money.
Yeah, I made the bank money. Still making banks money. Probably paying them more than what I want to sometimes. But no, I've got good relationships here. But yeah, that first house in South Arkansas was my start. And
What town in South Arkansas?
Camden, El Dorado area.
Camden, okay.
That's where I'm from. There's actually a little town in between the two called Smackover, but nobody ever knows
Smackover, I know where
I've
that's
heard
at.
of
Yeah,
that.
where
Yeah.
that is. And so that's where I grew up.
Okay.
cool.
So,
Wow.
But yeah, we have properties now all over Arkansas. Fayetteville, Bentonville, Harrison, South Arkansas. We're looking to get into the Central Arkansas market more, but Harrison's where I live and where I love and where I've loved investing. Like the old First National Bank building, I always loved that building. My first office in Harrison was in that building.
Oh,
so
yeah.
to go back to your question, I landed here, and I still worked construction. I worked construction for the first 10 years, and I did houses on the side because at the time, through the 2008 market, it was kind of a rough go
yeah.
Right.
for real estate. And so, but I've always been fascinated with construction. And so it wasn't until later that I got into getting my real estate broker's license, getting into finance. But I realized early on, if I'm going to have any success with this, I've got to control all the aspects. I've got to be able to do my own paperwork, my own construction. I need to have all of my companies in-house so that I can get things
So you
done.
could pay the bank.
Right.
Yeah, so I can pay the bank. Their buildings are so nice.
Yeah.
And there's a reason. No, but yeah, absolutely. Banks are our big partners.
Yeah,
You know, they
you
believe
bet.
it. They believe
Yeah.
in me, and then we return. You know, we pay them good money for their services for believing in us. So yeah, absolutely. So I landed in Harrison, and my first real estate office was at that Rush building on Rush.
Okay.
And being in there, I remember thinking, man, this would be a dream of mine to own this building. And at the time, it was as far as the east is from the west, because it's such a great property. But just one property at a time, and having faith and keep walking forward.
Yeah.
An opportunity opened up. We were able to, with a partner of mine here local, we were able to purchase it. So we're really proud of that building.
Yeah.
And we've got 16 local businesses in there.
Okay.
And most of them Harrison based. So
Yeah.
it's been a great project.
Can you tell us about your family?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So my wife Kim, we've been married 20 years this October. So
Because you guys must have got married when you were 8.
well, we started. We got married when we were 18, so that tells you my age. We've been married 20 years, and then but we started dating in high school when we were 15. So
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
always just
Wow.
been me and her.
Okay.
We have 3 kids. Our daughter Madison is 17. Our son Mason. And then my son Montgomery. So I got a good spread. They're all 5 years apart too. So like 17,
Wow.
12, and then
That's
and
kinda
my son's
unusual.
about to be 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife wanted to have them closer together, but I always joke and say I wanted one going out of college when I had one coming
Oh,
in. But
yeah.
that's really not the reason why. They just were spaced out that way.
Right.
So yeah.
So you own Fig Realty? Is that right?
I own Fig Realty, Fig Holding. Fig Realty is our real estate company.
Okay.
Mike Bishop's my partner in it. He does our local agent
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on Fig Holdings is a company that we buy a lot of our properties through.
Okay.
And then we have Fig Construction. And so basically Fig Realty will do the paperwork, and then Fig Holdings will buy it, and then
There
Fig
you go.
Construction will come in and do it. And we're not always waiting on people. So
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
Nothing
and then
wrong
we
with
can
that.
Actually get something done. And so if you ever had conversations with people that only deal with contractors, the biggest problem is hurry up and wait.
Yeah, right,
Exactly.
right.
Or the quality,
Yeah.
and we have really great contractors local, but you know we're around 150 properties now, so we have to get things done. If we're going to do a good job for all of our clients,
Yeah.
and most of ours are commercial tenants, they want things done now. So the only way to do that was to create a internal system where we could get things done same day. So
Do you do new construction?
I want to get more into building
Okay.
new construction because our home prices are high, and it's really hard for a first-time home buyer, a newly married couple, to be able to afford the prices of our
Sure.
homes today. And so one of the things our company is working on is figuring out different methods and ways that we can build homes to sell them and rent them cheaper. We don't have all that figured out yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's a mission that I would love to, because I think if we can do that, figured out, it could help curbs our local anyway, some of our real estate prices. So
Yeah.
because it costs us so much to build right now, it's because if I build something to rent it, the rent prices are more than what a lot of people local can
Oh,
afford.
yeah.
But that's what I have to do to break even. So there's a big demand and a gap there that we're trying to bridge and figure out for
Yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
We've looked at different homes and stuff, and it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's
How much it
yeah.
is. Plus, then to look to even build like a modular, all those types of things you
Absolutely.
explore, it costs that much as much
Sure,
as
yeah.
it does to build a house from
it really
the
does.
traditional way.
It really there's a I look at it as there's a great opportunity there to partner with local people to figure out how do we build more affordable houses, because then we can rent them lower but that are good quality.
Right.
Yeah.
That's important to us, but that also that we could sell at let's say for 150,000 instead of 230,000, because that's just kind of out of reach for a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
couples starting out.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy,
It
crazy.
is crazy.
So, how do you see the future real estate market here in Harrison?
Harrison
Are we
is
saturated? We think about. I think about that sometimes.
Are we?
Yeah.
In
are
our
we?
area, in
Yeah.
my opinion, no.
Okay.
Harrison was one of the only three towns in Arkansas that was projected to grow 3% or more from 2025 to 2026.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I'm pretty proud of that. I've always loved Harrison, so I'm probably biased, but I think that we are positioned to grow on a percentage basis pretty substantially. We're just sandwiched in between so many of the
Yeah.
great things going on in Arkansas, between Mountain Home, between Fayetteville, between
Right.
Branson. I think we're pretty primed to grow. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe in it enough that we're
You're
putting
here.
most of our eggs in this basket. So,
Yeah. Well, good for you.
yeah.
How long have you lived in Harrison?
Since 2010, so we're at about
Okay.
15 years.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad we had this interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Always nice to, a lot of times we just talk about events, people
Sure.
promoting
Yeah.
events, but doing these segments where we have a person of interest, doing something in town. There's a lot of people here doing a lot of things that we just haven't touched on, and a lot of people go, they're invisible. Mm-hmm. So we're
You're
we're
not
proud
invisible.
Hey, oh, well, if we're
Ask-
doing a
ask
good
his
job,
wife.
Yeah. I guess sometimes if you're doing a good job, you're doing what you need to do, and there's no drama around it. It is kind of silent, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
okay.
That's okay. I'll take that any day. I feel very blessed to be able to get to work in Harrison and
Yeah.
go home to my family and kids and be home every night, because when I was working construction, I had to go where the work was, and it was all over the
Right.
United
Oh, yeah.
States.
Traveled
Well,
and-
I was welding for 10 years, and
Okay.
so I feel very fortunate that I can just come home to my own bed.
You
Are
absolutely.
your
Work every
kids
day.
ready for school to start?
Well, we homeschool because we
Okay,
travel a lot,
okay.
and
Okay.
so and I have followed suit with the way my dad did me, and my sons they work with me one day a week. Even though they're younger right now, they still
Okay.
know what all the tools are. They've seen
Nice.
houses, tore all the way down and built all the way back, and
Cheap
I
labor.
think that's
Yeah.
but I think that's really important because money doesn't, as they say, money doesn't grow on trees, and they can see what you have to do to be a successful businessman here in Harrison by
Absolutely.
following following you around. I would
Yeah,
think.
it's great that a parent is a guiding light for their children, where
Absolutely.
they can see what life is supposed to be about, instead of saying, take your phone and go in your room and
Right.
don't bother me.
Well, and the fact that you own your own business helps with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an
Yeah.
issue.
Absolutely, and we were doing a little better when the kids were born, so because we kind of really started there with nothing. But there's something therapeutic about a house, because everyone, it gets tore all the way down to the studs and gets
Oh, yeah.
built way back, and no matter what the politics and everything around it, just takes a lot of hard work to get it built back. And I think that that's the character that we want to build in our children, and
You bet.
Sure,
and
yeah.
so, no matter what stage anyone's at in life, it takes the same amount to do a house. So I'm glad I get to share that with them, even though we're in a different season of life now than when we started.
Sure, yeah.
And God's blessed us and we've grown. It's still, every house is just takes a lot of hard work. And
Yeah.
so I'm thankful that because we didn't have all the funding and we didn't have all the expertise or backing, because I knew no one when we moved here. I was like, well, we're going to have to at
Wow.
least be the hardest workers because we have nothing else
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
store. And that's kind of where the name FIG came from. It stands for Faith in God, Mark
Oh,
11:22.
cool.
Okay.
Good.
And so, and every one of our businesses, FIG, something, construction or realty, and something, because
That's good.
That's kind of what we started on. We were
What
launching out.
do you say? What do you think about the downtown square? A lot of buildings are empty there. I mean, do you look at that and say this is a great opportunity, or do you say I hope somebody does something?
No, huge, huge opportunity.
Yeah.
At one time, with the way that was zoning, a lot of the upstairs of those buildings are zoned residential and the downstairs
Yeah.
commercial.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot. So I think that there's a huge opportunity. I know with the city council, they're adopting some national codes, which would change some sprinkler system issues,
Yes.
which is the biggest,
That's
one
the-
of the biggest hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's one of the deals that fell through is because of that.
Yes, and so I believe that when we can adopt that officially, and that
Yeah.
can be made known, because knowledge is power when it comes to that. Because there's a lot of, it's kind of like mold or anything else. There's a lot of unknowns, and people run
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
Right.
But the sprinkler system issue has kind of, I think, kept investors from investing in the
That
square
is-
more.
yeah.
So I think when there's more knowledge on what can and can't be done there, I think that we will see a lot more progress on the square.
If that changes, do you see a I guess an influx of investors that want to come in?
I do. I think that it will be a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I really do. We have a beautiful square.
Yeah, we may have a vibrant square again.
Yeah,
Well, in Main
yeah.
Street, I think that's a go as far as in the works to help with those types of things in our downtown area for beautification. And
So
such.
yeah, I see
But,
I see a lot of potential there.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah,
Hey, Matt, stay in touch with us.
Thank you.
absolutely.
And come
Thank you for
back and
having me.
come back.
got any updates or some big projects you want to tell the world about? Tell us about it.
Okay,
Come
thank
back.
you.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet y'all today.
All
You
right.
too.
Nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we're going to have some interesting stuff for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to come back to find out. Stay with us. Welcome back to Around the Table. Thanks so much for tuning in with us today on this Thursday. It's going to be hot today. Heat index is 101 degrees. So be cool. Do everything you can to be cool. And if you're outside, get in the shade. If you're outside and not in the shade, get a hat. And if you're outside in the shade without a hat, go get something to drink. I don't know what to tell you. You're on your own, buddy.
You know what?
What?
I paid our electric bill last.
Why is it going up?
Y'all,
I mean,
it
I
was outrageous.
I paid under so much money for 5 or 6 years, and then all of a sudden we're just going to raise your prices up about 30 or 40 bucks.
Yeah.
And I'm not using anymore. What is up
Right.
with that?
I don't know. We actually bought a little window air to go in our bedroom because our bedroom faces the west.
Oh, yeah.
So that west
That's
sun
yeah.
comes in. But that way I can heat our bedroom at night and turn the rest of it
Turns
up.
it off,
so
yeah.
so we don't have to, because it's like stupid expensive anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
it's hot.
It is hot,
Yeah.
for sure. The Farmer's Almanac predicts a hot, sweaty fall for most of us, too. So you're not
Sweaty
getting out of it.
fall, boy.
Hope you're okay with sweating more than usual because the old Farmer's Almanac has just unveiled its prediction for this fall, and they're saying it's going to be hotter than average for a big
Ooh.
chunk of the southeast and the western states. The northeast and the Appalachians could be a bit cooler and drier than usual, which would set off some wild autumn colors. So, at least you can get some colorful stuff if you're in that area, but
Yeah.
I think we're going to be hot.
You know, they are pushing people to get this new ID, this driver's license ID, and then, I mean, if you're going to
the
go
real
overseas,
ID.
yeah, they want you to get a passport.
Yeah.
Now the U.S. says that the passports won't get you into as many countries anymore as you thought.
Why?
That American passport won't get you into as many places as it used to, according to the annual Henley Passport Index. The U.S. has fallen to 10th place in the global passport rankings. That ties the U.S. with Croatia. It can still get you into 182 countries or territories without a visa, which sounds pretty good considering there are 227. But it's the fewest we've been allowed to be allowed in since the early years of the Iraqi war back in 2004. Brazil, Australia, and India have beefed up their visa requirements for Americans, mostly because Americans did the same to them.
So what does that mean? Your passport, you have to have a visa rather than a passport?
I don't know.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, it looks like it. Visa and a passport.
Well, why? I mean, that
Well,
I wonder what a visa offers.
I don't know.
More
I
than
think a
a
visa is
passport.
temporary. Like you can only go in for a certain amount of
Well,
time.
that's what a passport is.
Well, I know, but a passport gets you into the country, and then you can stay for 6 months or
Yeah,
something.
you just usually have to document how long
Yeah,
you're
visa
there
I
and
think
stuff.
is a temporary whatever you're here for.
Huh.
I'm guessing.
I think that's redundant, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
They didn't ask me what I thought,
You
so
know,
I
all
guess
of
I
our-
won't tell them.
all of our historical buildings, you would think would be historical forever,
Okay.
but the John Hancock's house is up for sale in Boston.
Oh, really?
Would you like to live in that? I bet it's a small place, don't you think?
Probably.
Probably is. Wouldn't it be cool to put your John Hancock on the purchase of an agreement for a house owned by none other than John Hancock, the largest signature on the Declaration of Independence? The Founding Fathers' Boston home is up for sale. It's 3 stories and over 5,000 square feet. I was wrong about that. I thought it was
it's
just
big.
a shotgun house, but it's not. And it's also on the National Registry of Historic Places. It's also the oldest brick building still standing in Boston. You could live in it, but it's used more as a office space. The price is available upon request, which means most of us can't afford it. I thought they turned those things into museums or little,
Something.
yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Oh well.
Did you know that most men overestimate how hot they are?
Well, when I'm outside in this kind of weather, I'm pretty hot.
That's not what we're talking
Oh,
about.
okay. Well,
Some German researchers were baffled by the number of ugly dudes that hitting on gorgeous women at the bar. So they looked at years of online dating patterns and scientifically determined the guys really overestimate how hot.
Oh, they overestimate.
are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do. And the data found that the majority of men on dating sites punched above their weight class, okay, so to speak, while women were more realistic about what and who they pursued. They suggest that if a guy is having a hard time matching up with someone, he should lower his bar.
Yeah.
Men and women who were equally attractive tended to match up more often. So who determines how attractive you are?
I have no idea.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I look at dudes and I don't see any traction in them at all. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
I get you.
There's
That really wasn't for me in my relationship with my husband. That was not. That really wasn't it.
Oh, you didn't think he was attractive, or
Well,
that
yeah,
didn't,
I was
that didn't-
attracted to him, but I'm not going to tell you. I thought he was the
A
most
stud.
attractive stud I'd ever encountered or seen or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's another thing with like TV, social media, all
right.
that stuff is how they present people.
Well,
that's
yeah.
BS.
Well, you look at a nice looking guy that's a movie star or a masculine, whatever.
Buff, buff.
He could be the worst, had the worst personality in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to be around him. I mean, those looks kind of fall by the
And I
wayside
know
after
people
a while.
like that, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
You got to flaunt it, then
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's see. An adult film crashed a viral school board meeting. Oh, my
Horrid.
gosh.
How horrible.
A school board meeting in Baltimore got pretty awkward this week when an X-rated video popped up on the screen. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
In the virtual comments, apparently only the people actually present in person saw the video. Online participants said they just saw a frozen screen. Well, that would probably be enough, wouldn't it?
That depends
a
on what was
frozen
on that
screen.
frozen
Yeah.
screen.
The live stream was cut off and the meeting continued in person. The board says it's working on where their IT team, so this doesn't happen again. Do you think one of the IT teams
That's what I'm
was
wondering.
kind of,
Did they just go,
yeah.
oh, we're just going to play a little practical joke on them?
Yeah, I'm sure the IT team says, I have no idea
Well, wouldn't
how
you?
it got there.
Wouldn't you? Yes, that was my film. No, I don't think they would. Hey, let's take a break, Dan.
Okay, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Around the Table. Again, thank you so much for supporting what we do here. We love our audience, and we love you taking time out 1 hour a day to listen to our malarkey.
It is malarkey. Most of it's complete malarkey. But you know what? You got a talk show. You get to put some malarkey in there.
Well, we let people take an adventure into the netherworld.
It's another one you don't want to nether end. I don't even know what I just said. But.
Hope everyone has a great weekend. Of course, we're not celebrating it yet. We got one more day,
Dan,
don't we?
are you like coming tomorrow?
I would like to start the weekend off right now.
So far, we don't even have a guest tomorrow.
Well, we don't have a guest tomorrow. Yeah, we don't. Well, I'm looking.
Dan is on it.
I was thinking about getting a rabbit again.
Oh, the little rabbit.
Yeah, the little rabbit. He
I
was,
could bring the little kitty I have at home, and we'll have a rabbit and kitty.
Yeah. Well, the rabbit only comes out when it's raining.
Well, then
With
you're
his little
screwed.
umbrella.
Yeah, he's not going to be here.
No, he won't
It's not
because it's
raining.
not going to rain.
If he has an umbrella now, it's because it's hot.
Yeah. I think he's under a bush
Didn't
somewhere.
he have little galoshes on or something?
No.
No?
He
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
Couldn't afford them. Couldn't afford them.
Why didn't you buy him some?
I
That was
asked.
rude.
I asked him, and he says, "I am so hard to fit." Hey,
oh, dear
you've got a
me.
tattoo, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do, Dan.
You got it. Where? What? It's a white. You showed me. It's a
I
white
have
tattoo.
a white
yeah.
one back here. It's white ink, and then I have one on my leg.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not white.
Well, there's a temporary tattoo that you can get put on. It's temporary.
Yeah.
You get it before you go to the bar.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's to detect if you've been drugged or not.
Hey, it happens.
I know it happens. Scientists in South Korea have created a temporary tattoo that can detect if you drink at a bar and the drink has been spiked. The tattoo contains a gel mixture with a chemical receptor, and the tattoo changes color if it senses the drug
Hydro-
butyrate.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Hypo.
It's hydro something.
Oh, hydrobutyrate. Hydrobutyrate, also
Hyd-
known as GHB.
Oh, that was me. So
Okay.
sorry.
Let's see, and it might be it might be in your drink. It only takes a second to respond, and it can be worn on your forearm. The creators say it's cheap to make, and it could be a commercially available soon.
You know something that I don't think about or didn't think about when I got my tattoo is what am I putting into my body? I never
the
really
ink?
used to think about along that line, and I'm thinking that about this tattoo. What is in this temporary tattoo that that seeps into your skin? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
I don't think I'm more aware of that stuff now.
what
but-
I think about is, okay, you've got the tattoo, and you're drinking, and you start to feel the effects of it. You look at the tattoo, and it says okay, but then what do you do?
Yeah, really.
Do you pass out and?
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's
Is
a little
it-
late
yeah,
by
it's-
then, isn't it? Hey, do you know what?
Go ahead.
Sorry, do you know what today is?
I do.
It's National Drive-Through Day.
Drive-through, okay.
Drive-through and anything you want, I guess.
Well, the drive-throughs it's been around since the
Typically.
1930s. Most people even had cars then, and that's why it started that, because, instead of getting out of my car, I love my car so much, I'm going to make everyone service me in my car. National Cousins Day.
Okay.
All right.
National Tequila Day.
All right. Share it with your cousin.
Yeah.
National Amelia Earhart Day. And then National Refreshment Day.
Go get you some Paradise Cream for your refreshment.
Yeah.
Earth Overshoot Day.
Oh, boy, what is that?
I don't know. I'm not even going to read it. National Tell an Old Joke Day.
And then the start of Comic-Con.
Okay.
That's always cool.
Thank you all for being here today.
Well, you guys are always cool. Thanks so much for being a part of the cool crowd here at Around the Table. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.